Hey, it's me. In our last talk, we explored self confidence. And now I'd like to explore how self confidence connects to our deep, often hidden need for genuine communication with others. This also includes the question of how we fulfill or block our need for love, admiration, and support. When we talk about the highest goal of all evolution, that goal is union. But on Earth, complete union doesn't exist. Some people sense or feel little glimpses of it, but the moment passes. Real union lies beyond cause and effect. So words can't truly capture it. Instead, what we're going to do is focus on two earlier stages on the path toward union: cooperation, which is the simpler stage, and communication, which is the more advanced one. No living thing can survive without cooperation and communication. We see it more easily on the physical level in how humans handle food, shelter, and resources. But our emotional and spiritual well being relies on communication and cooperation just as much. I wonder if more people understood that, would our world look very different? Inside each of us is a central spot where our soul's energy flows out toward another person, creating the possibility of healthy communication. Now, if our inner life is out of balance or we don't understand ourselves, communication with others can get blocked or twisted. So there's two main distortions that can happen when it comes to communication. The first distortion is over-eagerness or craving. If you push yourself onto someone with a strong, urgent desire, it upsets the natural balance. This too much energy makes the other person's own energy pull back. They might do it unconsciously, but it's simply how the law of balance works. You may not notice your exaggerated desire because you've covered it up. But once you become aware of it, you'll see that people often seem to reject you when really they're just reacting to a push that's too strong. The second main distortion is withdrawal or isolation. When you feel scared of being hurt, you might decide not to try at all. You stay closed off to protect yourself from disappointment. This also blocks communication. Sometimes people combine both extremes, craving at one moment, then shutting down the next. And this back and forth drains your energy and brings more conflict as well. So let's look at over-eagerness a little bit more. Craving someone's attention or love may seem positive at first, like I want more closeness. However, if you look deeply, this urge might be fueled by a childlike idea. I can't be happy unless I'm loved a certain way right now. It's not a balanced desire for mutual affection. It's a desperate push that can cause the very rejection you're trying to avoid. As you do this work of self-understanding, you'll see moments where you felt desperate for approval. Then you'll notice how that desperation pushed others away. Maybe they withdrew or you withdrew before they had the chance to reject you. Either way, communication stopped. Usually this exaggerated need started in childhood, when your longing for love was let down in some way. You might not have realized it consciously, but now as an adult, your inner child still believes you'll only survive and be happy if the world or a certain person gives you that love. Instead of easing up, you push too hard or you run from possible disappointment. Okay, so again, the two possible missteps: over eagerness, where you clamp onto others, pressing for them to fill your needs, or withdrawal, where you shut others out, deciding you'd rather avoid the pain of another letdown. And sometimes we do both in one relationship, which makes everything more tangled. So, how do we find the balance? The balance of true communication. Well, when you relax that tight, I need it grip, your real self can reach out calmly. Your energy flows towards the other person in a healthy way. They sense that you're inviting them, not forcing them. The law of balance then works in your favor, and they feel safer opening up to you. Okay, so here's how to develop this true communication. First, recognize your craving. Spot those urgent vibes of, I must have this or else. Secondly, realize it's rooted in an old fear. It likely started in childhood. And if you need help rooting that out, feel free to reach out to me. Thirdly, let go of the anxious, urgent part. Try to see that not being perfectly loved every minute doesn't destroy your happiness. And finally, engage calmly. Reach out with a genuine openness, not a do this for me or I'll collapse stance. When you think, if they don't love me exactly how I want, I can't stand it, that's a red flag your child self is talking. The adult in you knows you can be safe and okay, even if someone doesn't meet your every demand. Real communication means you both share something, but no one is forced or panicked. So there's 4 steps to move from neediness to healthy connection. The first step is acceptance of the past. Understand the disappointments you faced growing up. The second step is self-awareness. Notice when you tense up in a relationship because you fear losing approval. The third step is to take that new shift from demanding or hiding to openly sharing while letting others keep their freedom. And the fourth step is freedom in relationships. You won't fail if people can't or don't respond. You learn to be fine either way. All universal laws strive for balance. When you come at someone with frantic need or total withdrawal, you upset that balance and communication fails. On the other hand, when you see that your happiness doesn't depend on frantic must-haves, you become calmer, and the laws of true connection can work in your favor. You discover real communication that nurtures both parties without force or fear. So what if you were to lean into that? Love you. Connect soon.